Yeah. Another quality quarterfinal game. Miracle run for no follow? I think no follow are the underdogs going into this match. Yeah. But it would be hilarious to see no follow in finals. But what would be even funnier is to see Chiefs get eliminated by greed. Alright. Imagine if we get things started on time and there's not like a 10-minute delay because people are using the bathroom and shit. Wouldn't that be nice? I think it'd be fantastic. Can you hear the music, by the way, by Bengado? Peux-tu entendre la musique qui joue dans le background ou non? Okay. Perfect. Alright, well, we're just waiting on the lobby creation, and then we'll be getting into it. There we go. Okay, well, it's 7:27. Should imagine the lobby should be being made shortly. Oh. Alright. Tomorrow, it's gonna be a long day, but tomorrow night we see casting Blossom versus who's Blossom playing? I forgot. Let's see. Match 3, what diff 3? It's Blossom versus Lotus tomorrow. That's gonna be a fun one. I really do wish playoffs were just best of 5s, but I can understand people not having the time for that. I don't know, it just feels more fun to cast a best of 5 than a best of 3. Did you get anything good in your leak shop? I got this, but no RP sadly. But at least it's more relevant to what I play. Genre une fois, j'ai get un skin de Jin, bro. Like I played Jin like 3 times since he came out. What's up? Hehe. Je cherche toujours du monde pour faire les 5 stack challenges avec, because I'm getting close to finishing this. Getting this to master and then getting a really nice icon. Yeah, no, most skins, I just reroll for skins like from the battle pass and stuff. I don't spend any RP. Nikon? Well, no, but like look at the gem. It's a diamond red, and it'll become like an amethyst when it hits masters. It just looks nice. Oh, so I honestly I don't know. It's just what I named it when I first named it, because like there was just Black Wax, Canard, and like Mr. Magic. There was legit no one else. In it? Yeah, Bonzito's in it. Yeah. He's our ketchup abuser. Our important ketchup abuser. But yeah. Canard asked me the same thing. Like, why is it DH important? And I'm like, bro, it's just what I wrote at the time. Like, it had no meaning. Yeah. It's an master ketchup, our ketchup master. Well, it looks like we have DH on blue side for game 1. Who's the jungle on no Fallow? I don't even think I have you, Bengadon. If I do, I think you'd be in like just casting inviters. But I can make a 9-tail fox folder. If ever I add you. Je sais pas, j'ajoute pas beaucoup de monde. Like I only add people like so I could get an invite to the lobby for the drafts and stuff. Le pyjama. Yeah, if I'm perfect, I'm out of the shower, you know, like, gotta vibe the jammies. Gotta vibe the jammies. Oh, oops. Ha! Ha! Should not flash the Twitter on stream. Might get slapped. Crazy. Hey, it's okay. It was just a picture of Gwen. There's nothing spicy. There's nothing spicy. It was just Gwen. Thank God. Alright, here we go. The draft is already starting. On blue side, DH are going to be banning Olaf away from Fennec. Waza's Ari is going to be taken off the table here. We're also going to be banning Samku's Graves. We're going to be targeting Stardust with a Viego hover. Hola, Mimi. Alright, and we're banning Let Me Ropes Vel'Koz. Okay, interesting. I guess this is like a one-trick thing. We're looking to ban Caitlyn here from Black Wax. Not his most played champion, so it's an interesting ban. Not a target-focused ban, just a generic AD carry ban. And here we go. Let's see what DH have in store for us on blue side. Yasuo, well, Hui is open, so we're going to pick the Hui. We don't know if it's a flex pick yet. It could be. So we don't know if it's going bot lane yet. But Hui is a powerful mid slash AD. Though Syndra is up, and Syndra is known to eat Hui alive in the matchup. New champion user? Nah, I mean it's just a different style of Kog'Maw, to be fair. It's a different style of AP Kog'Maw. Except he has mana regen in his kit. Okay, the Wukong here for Samku, looking to get a good mid-jungle pairing here for the side of no Fallow. Might make things a little harder for Waza if it is... Yeah, I agree with that, Bengado. Spitting on people is like the shit. It looks like Let Me Rope might just be playing Karma in the mid lane, a good neutralizing pick. This could also be flexed down to support, but blind picking the Karma support isn't really what people have in mind. But keep in mind, this might be a flex pick. Oh, I hate Seraphine AD carry. Seraphine players like, bro, uninstall, man. Go play like Fortnite, please. Oh, wow. Speak of the devil and it'll appear. Seraphine gets locked in here for Canadian Whale. XDDD. Alright, so right now we don't have any physical damage here for the side of Hellhound. So we'll have to see. That could very likely be a Hui Seraphine bot lane. But the Pena's Shen gets locked in here. Something that is often perma-banned. Alright. We've got a Jhin being hovered, so this could be a Jhin Karma lane. Pretty good wave clear. Yeah, too hard. If you want the VOD from yesterday, just let me know. If not, it's on my YouTube channel. I forgot to send it to you this morning. I was a little busy. Alright. Alright, we've got the second round of bans coming in here. No Fallow with the first ban on red side. What are they gonna pick up in terms of bans? We could continue focusing Stardust down, or maybe look to hit Waza's pool a bit more. Okay, the Swain is going to be taking a hit. Swain pretty good into champions like Wukong, Karma, Jhin, who are pretty low range. Aatrox here going to be taken away from Fennec. And we're going to keep it consistent with some topside bans here on the side of DH. Let's see what NoFollow will pick as their last ban, as a lot of the AP flex options are starting to leave the pool. We'll have to see. Swain and Hui have been pretty dominant in solo queue, terrorizing up the bot lane. And they don't think... Do they not think this is Pina's Shen? Okay, Pina's main champion, the River King, is going to be locked away. And Ambessa going to be banned away here from Fennec. We saw what Ambessa can do. If you give her the ability to play the game, she will 1v9 your entire team under the inhibitor, take the inhib, and win the game for you. So here we go. No Fallow needs to pick a top laner. So we've got a Mundo, currently one of the most oppressive weak side top laners pre-6. And once he gets to that 2-item Mike, it's just so obnoxious. And if he gets ahead, it's a disaster. We'll have to see if we get that corporate Mundo, so he can throw money at people inside his briefcase. Alright, now here, Hellhounds have to round off their team comp. We probably already have the bot lane established. And Waza probably looking for a pick here. Okay, we're going to get Stardust J4. A solid champion, help with the engage, with the Seraphine. And now we still need a bit of attack damage because we have a bruiser and a tank. So if the mid hasn't already been picked, you know, Yon kind of looks good into this team comp. But oh, okay, so it is Waza on. It is going to be Waza on Hui. We're going to be putting Black Wax here on Vayne. Okay. Yeah, the Twitter is up to date. There's a few new goodies like always. All right. Looks like it was Karma support. We're going to be picking the Syndra into the Hui. A good matchup. Vayne top, Shen 8. Nah, there's no way that's Shen 80 carry, bro. Like, what the? Ain't no way. Ain't no way that's Shen 80 carry. Alright, well, that's the draft. Very interesting here from both sides. Some decent flex picks used, but I'm interested to see where the Vayne is going. If she's not going bot lane, I'm a little confused because I don't know of any of the players that play Vayne. Right now, I don't know. The drafts, like going by the late game possibility of the draft, DH's draft looks much better than No Follows. But that really depends on who goes where, and Waza needs to have a good laning phase versus this Syndra. The Syndra is very, very obnoxious in lane. So just waiting on the champ select to start, and then we will be moving on to the I would just position the camera here for the draft. Oh, sorry, for the in-game. I have Karma top. Wow. Okay. Yeah, the mind game would be insane, indeed. I'd be mind blown, bro. It looks like there's a little bit of a bathroom break, so we should be getting started fairly soon. I'd say I don't know what we're waiting on. Okay. I think Canadian and Wild went to go get something. A lane swap would be pretty nice. Okay, both teams have given the ready check, so we are getting ready to get into the champion select. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we got about 5 minutes before we get into the game. If you need to head to the washroom, grab some water, or grab a snack to eat, make sure you do so before this action starts. You won't want to miss it. This is the semi-final qualifiers here in the Mamago Div 3 league. And winner advances, loser ends his season here. So winner gets a chance to play for money because it is top 3 prizing. And the loser goes home empty-handed, no money, no nothing. Okay, so it is Shen top. Casio, what? Alright, so it is going to be Waza on way mid. And we're going to see Black Wax here. I don't know if Shen wants the lane swap versus Shin Karma. I mean, there's a possibility, but I don't believe any team here in the Mamago, at least outside of Div 1, have practiced lane swaps, just in general, so. Okay, at least the draft is going by a little faster. Once we enter spectator delay, I am going to AFK just to quickly go grab my water. Actually, I'll do that right now. Let me go turn the lights on real quick. Oh. The Miracle Run would definitely be interesting. It does start now if they want to get into it. Alright, we've got about a minute here before we get into the game, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you've got your hydration to stay hydrated throughout the series. On a fun note, we should be able to get the subscriber button by next week. So look forward to that. We should be getting some emotes towards the month of February. And we've got 2 cool things planned for you guys in January and maybe some more stuff down the line. But we'll have to see where it takes us. I am open to casting other tournaments and stuff. So if you guys have any connections or want to give me any contact info, I'd appreciate it. I'm always looking for more work. Alright, here we go. Playlist are going to hit that snooze button. Alright, we've got Psyop Shen, Pool Party J4, Winterblast Way, Spirit Blossom Vane, Star Guardian Seraphine, Darkstar Karma, Project Jin, Syndra, Underworld Wukong, and Vanilla Dr. Mundo? Really? Really? We got Vanilla Dr. Mundo? Yo, I'm disappointed. I thought we were gonna get that corporate mundo. I guess no follow is no money though. Alright, here we go. We got double defensive starts, quad TPs, double barriers. We got a more offensive start here for Fat Chong versus Canadian Whale. But we've got the typical first strike versus Arcane Comet, double conk, double grasp. We are ready to rock and motherfucking roll. I don't know, I like Guardian on Seraphine. I feel like it serves more of a purpose. But, like, I don't know a Syndra that doesn't take first strike. I feel like Syndra will always take first strike because technically there's almost no champion in the game that has a range advantage versus Syndra. Oh, I know Electrocute is better, but, you know, it's like that mentality that she has to get ahead. Alright, the Infected Cleaver is going to miss Pina. Pina starting with his Spirit Sword. A beta as in, yeah, okay, I can see an argument for that. Oh, Canadian Whale does have to be a little bit careful. I think she is going to place, oh no, going to find Fat Chong. The Key Shield here, going to come in here for Peanut, but he is going to be dodging an Infected Cleaver out of the way. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are starting top side for both junglers. And we'll have to see where we get things. I'm interested to see how this Vayne is played around. Because basically, DH have drafted a 2-carry comp. The Mantra Q going to hit Canadian Whale for about 10%. And fortunately, Vayne kind of struggles to get some CS in the early game. Does need a little bit of help from her support autoing. Waza here going to get a nice Fireball Wombo trade. Pina looking to get his level 2. Mundo already level 2. The Infected Cleaver's coming through. And Mundo just gonna smack him across the head. The Deadly Flourish here going to miss the root here on Amanda. And Pina is starting to take some bad chunkadunks. Okay, the grass trades are really important because when you are a melee, you get the maximum benefit of the rune. But a lot... I don't know, Gabubu, they went home. They're on vacation. They were sent to the Shadow Realm during their series. I'm sorry, Fosher. Alright, we're gonna get a nice Shadow Dash. And a nice double combo here onto Lemmy Robe. Waza going to take a little bit of a trade here in exchange. And Stardust is... a camp ahead, it seems here, of the Wukong. Wukong doing his ground before doing his blue, but it's going to be a battle for Blue Scuttle priority. A nice taunt. We've got the dash. The Infected Cleaver is going to put in a lot of damage. Okay, Stardust here not going to have access to the River Scuttle. Fat Chong going to get a play in. Gonna root up. Get a Mantra Q. Fennec here taking a lot of damage. But the Burning Agony going to be enough to heal him up a little bit. He is out of potions. Still has a cookie left. But right now, I'm surprised Vayne has done decently in the CS department. Waza, though, having a field day in this mid lane. Playing this weak side matchup very, very well. Okay, Fat Chong gonna get another matchup Q here onto Black Wax. And Black Wax did start Door and Shield. So both junglers, having cleared one Scuttle Crab, are going to go back to farming. Wukong has taken his first back. It went double Longsword's Control Ward. So we are probably... Well, I mean, the only upside to the Shen versus Mundo matchup, at least from when I've played it, is if you can get an early kill on the Mundo, you can actually start being quite oppressive towards him, because if you just let him scale, it's kind of like a Viger, you know, like it's a ticking time bomb. Eventually, you're gonna have to do something about it. But here in the 1v1, Pina does not have an ultimate versus this Mundo. Okay, Samku going to have priority in the top side of the river by clearing a ward, but he is going to be spotted on... Oh, no, he's not spotted on the crab here. Fat Chong going to get E'd into almost the wall, but not going to make it. Another Mantra Q here, but Seraphine able to give enough sustain to the lane that we're able to just eat up the mana bar of Fat Chong. And the Vayne being even on CS is amazing here for the side of Hellhounds. Waza has to be careful. Samku is looking, and he's going to Nimbus Strike backwards. We've got Grubs in 10 seconds with priority in the top side. A Flagon Track going to come in. Fat Chunk going to be in a little bit of damage. And we're looking to donate this kill to the Vayne. She needs one more auto, but Canadian Whale going to take it. Unfortunate here. I mean, the first, you could say that Vayne's itemization doesn't really matter until she has like 2+ items. Let Me Rope gonna be forced to flash away here from the Hui Wombo combo. Stardust going to have priority access here on the Dragon versus the Grubs. We are going to have to try and contest at least 2 Grubs on the next rotation. It is a kill secured, 100%. I mean, to be fair, Black Wax did have flash, so I think he could have made it even if. Stardust now looking for things to take inside the jungle, and because we see that the blue buff is spawning soon, Stardust is actually going to be losing his second blue. Shadow Dash not going to find the intended target. We're doing grass trade after grass trade. But the minion advantage here that we are building up in the bot lane is a little worrisome. Both laners have not recalled yet, but there's already a 300+ gold lead here for Mr. Blackwax. Pina taking the top laners, taking the first recalls. We've got a Giant's Belt versus a Bomby Cinder. Shen notoriously needing help to farm in the early game, kind of like Tom Kench. Not great at dealing with multiple targets, but does okay dealing with single targets. Let Me Rope is going to find a ward that Stardust plays. The Flag and Drag here is going to force Le Quick. And he's going to take quite a big chunk of damage of Roonies. Samku only taking that blue buff during the invade, but losing the rest of his blue side jungle. His blue buff is going to be safe though, but it looks like we are getting priority here for the bot side Scuttle. There is no objective here for the next 4 minutes, but Stardust should want to get a recall. Has about 2,100 gold, so that's probably going to be like a Caulfield's plus something. Probably looking to get, Sundered Sky as the first item here. We got the Lost Chapter on both mid laners. We went Boots, Recurve, Longsword here. Fennec taking a pretty bad trade here. Going to be pretty low, but keep in mind that the maximum dosage is a very disgusting ultimate. Without the use of anti-heal, it is pretty hard to manage. We have rotated Canadian Whale up to the mid lane with Stardust, looking for an angle for something, as we do know the Syndra does not have flash. Stardust gonna go back to farming. Another Giant's Belt here secured for the Mundo, and Jhin going to be going Collector first. Regular Jhin itemization, not much else that he can buy since he's not a champion that actually uses attack speed. So Yuntal and the other options normally that would be considered by things like Caitlyn and Corki aren't going to be considered here. We have grubs in a minute 10. Another Shadow Dash going to land. We need to pop this pill. Mundo here a little bit behind in terms of XP, but should catch up on this wave. Samku looking for Stardust here. A 3v3 play probably in the making here. And another Infected Cleaver going to cancel the recall. The maximum dosage here gonna come out. The Infected Cleaver going to come out with the Mundo E. I think it's called Trauma. Or Blunt. Yeah, I think it's called Blunt Trauma. Because it's just like whack something across the head. So Pina going to use his teleport here. Probably working towards his Heartsteel as well. And we'll see who gets it first. This Mundo is probably going Heartsteel first. Oh, okay. We get the Flag and Drag Cataclysm Wave Fireball combo, and Waza able to start dominating in this mid lane, winning the trades more and more. Mundo also taking a recall, not going to use his teleport though, as Shen doesn't push away fast enough for it to matter. Vayne also building up about a an almost two-wave CS lead versus the Jhin. Mantra Q here going to go to Albuquerque and miss, but Canadian Whale doesn't have the same kind of HP resilience that the Vayne has, which has to be a little bit careful. Looks like we have a start here of the grubs. It's going to be a 3-for-3 trade. Dragon is up in 40 seconds. We'll have to see what Stardust chooses to do, as the Wukong is currently on path to have a faster rotation. Though with the stronger mid and bot lane right now, it isn't advised that we fight this here on the side of no Fallow. The Syndra has finished her Luden's Companion, which is great, but the first of 2 burn items have been finished for Waza, which means should be able to farm up pretty well. The Grasping Maw going to miss here in the mid lane, and we're just going to go back to farming it up. Waza rotating towards the dragon, probably to try and get some vision, going to ping a ward, and Liquick and Fat Chunk are going to make it to the river with Samku. Fnac here taking a trade, but the Grass procs plus Shen Q making it hard. Waza just going to ignore the Syndra and continue farming. A nice Shadow Dash into the Shen Q. The maximum dosage might have to come out soon. But here we go. We've got the Vayne ultimate. And we force both summoners here from the side of... we do force both summoners here on the side of the Jhin. But in response, Black Wax does flash away. Stardust stealing the... is going to be able to steal the dragon here. The jungle diff is insane. Another Flag and Drag. Liquick is going to be Nesquik as he gets turned to powder. And that is a steal plus 2 kills for free here on the side of DH. DH showing that they are not the underdogs today. They might have been yesterday, but they're not going to go down without a fight. Still though, this Mundo just having fun in the top lane. Just getting close to his Heartsteel, and once he gets it, it's a really big spike for him. The maximum dosage got to be invested to tell Pina to politely fuck off. No Fallow really does need the miracle run in order to make it. We are going to spell immune the Shadow Dash with the Mundo passive, trying to get a plate. And do we have it? We have a flash. Oh, but we are going to flash in. We are going to flash before the instance of the Shadow Dash finishing, so we are going to miss lethal here. I mean, with the way Yuzu played yesterday, unfortunately, I think game 2 had some like bright spots, but Samku going to be taking a lot of damage. Takes a turret shot for himself. Fnac does have to be careful.
And the turret shot here, Stardust should be able to close the distance. Has Cataclysm in just a second. Fennec has to be very careful. And the flash follow for the auto attack. Stardust off to a really powerful start. A great play here by Pina, baiting in Samku, who hasn't been having the best series so far. It is only game number 1, but Wukong needs to be able to make high impact plays, and so far we have not seen any impact plays. Alright, Black Wax also still maintaining a little bit of a lead here in the bot lane, getting really close to finishing that Blade of the Ruined King. That is when a lot of people do say that once Vayne hits that 2-item mark of Jinsu's Bork, that is when like Vayne players like really get online, and when she hits that 3-item mark, it is just pretty nasty. Samku has to be a little bit careful. The Force of Will is available here for Lemiro, but we are not going to connect it, so I'm just going to be able to maintain his camp here. And now we've got Heartsteel on both top laners, so we'll have to see who does the better job stacking. Both at 26 right now, but it's a race to see who hits 500 stacks first, because that is a really impactful number. With the Shen Q, it does make trades a little bit harder. And Lemiro going to take a little bit of damage here. Okay, Samku going to pop the Blast Cone and head towards his Krugs while we wait to see who wants to start the fight here for this Rift Herald. Okay, a Heartsteel proc stolen away here by Pina, denied Fennec his proc. So we're already starting to fall behind in procs, but Fennec does have access to the Demolish, so we'll have to see if there's a method to this madness. Here we are finishing the Bork, having a recurve bow, so it's going to be attack speed versus AD. And teleport here invested by the Syndra. She now has boots and Hextech Alternator. Stardust going to get caught by the Deadly Flourish, but the root here from Karma is not going to finish. We've got the dragon popping up. It is an Infernal Rift. Soul Point is on the line here for DH, and Stardust should feel pretty strong at this point. I don't know why I want to watch the kerfuffle in the bot lane, not the two tanks hitting each other with Heartsteel procs. Okay, Pina getting pretty low. Ooh, another Infected Cleaver. Force the Shadow Dash away here. Okay, we are starting the fight. Samku going to proc the Hui passive, taking a lot of damage. The current call is going to happen. Stardust here, not going to be able to steal the dragon. But LeQuick here in a little bit of trouble. Pina in a little bit of trouble. The Heartsteel proc gonna come in. Gonna be able to dodge the Infected Cleaver. Black Wax has to be a little bit careful, but we are 3-3 in grubs. A good thing for no follows. They were able to secure the dragon to stop the dragon stacking here, which is really good. Karma finishing her Shurelya's Blessing wasn't bad, but Mundo getting solo turret gold never feels too good. Let's look at the gold values real quick. Pina is behind about 1,800 gold because of all the plates that Mundo's been able to just casually take with the Demolish. We are nearing the Leandres here for Waza. I think, oh, okay, we do have it. He did sell the Doran String for it. Stardust probably looking to finish his... Huh? Sorry, what did I say? I kind of lost the flow. But now DH are starting up the leashed Rift Herald that Fennec was starting here for Samku. But Samku is still doing his chickens. And we're getting close to... Yeah, okay, the Rift Herald just going to be given over for free here to DH. And yeah, Stardust going to be clearing out some vision. Samku, gonna just be happy clearing out some camps. The Rift Herald going to be summoned here in the mid lane. The charge should take the turret. And we've got Pina shadow dashing towards Fat Chong, but not going to land the shadow dash. But that is the mid lane outer opened here for the side of DH. They're really good. Samku also looking to make a play here on Stardust, forcing the flash. A current call was channeled. We've got the Cyclone, but a beautiful encore to get away. And now we're starting to turn back. The Stand United was enough. The Mundo is coming here. And Stardust going to get a beautiful Cataclysm, but Waza nowhere near to get that AoE that we need. Another nice flag and drag, but we're going to miss the Fireball. Pina here, though, going to get... going to get the kill here on LeQuick. But Fennec able to use his item advantage. Wazado on a rampage, going to be doing some damage. And the shutdown here for Let Me Rope. Waza flashing, thinking he would have survived. And a little bit of an awkward fight here for the side of DH. Was a good start, but a bit of an overcommit in the second part. Looking at gold values, Pina should probably be getting close to his second item. And Syndra finishing that Storm Surge is pretty big here. But was almost on 3 items though. That is something to consider. The Vayne now pretty scaled up versus the Jhin. And if she can get some free time hitting this Mundo, he will melt. But the goal is to assassinate this Syndra and this Jhin. We are working towards a Starix Gauge here for Stardust. He is getting close to finishing it. Yeah, Vayne is the only one who's going to be able to eat through this Mundo right now. But the anti-heal picked up by Waza is going to be pretty good here for the side of DH. We do need to start securing these soul points though. Infernal Dragon really making a big difference when a team is behind. Getting that percentage damage increase is always nice. Here's Samku, maybe gonna get spotted, not forced to use the cologne yet, going to pop the blast cone. Fennec is going to find 4 people, and we're gonna get the spell immune, the Cataclysm. There is no flash, and Mundo is going to be taken down here. Pina here now looking for a play. We've got the Deadly Flourish. It's not going to accomplish anything, and it looks like no Fallow going to have to give up this dragon. Fennec unfortunately gets caught out because his team was not close enough. That is 3 dragons to the side of DH, and one more, and this Vayne is, yeah, Mundo didn't go where he pleased. Mundo went to the DMV and got denied his license because that man cannot drive. Alright, looks like we have the Starix here for Stardust, looking to play around the Vayne and Jarvan ultimates, the cooldowns for them. Canadian Whale is going to be recalling on a ward. The Cyclone, the Mantra Q comes out, but I don't think she can be saved here. Samku going to take a free kill. And that is a nice little shutdown here for this Wukong, who's been desperately needing a little bit of that mana money. Waza here, not anywhere close to his third item. About even now with the Syndra, though. Syndra has been able to make up the gap since the shutdown. Alright, the Baron is currently up, but we've sent both Pina and Fennec in the bot lane. There is TP and Stan United available for DH, and Fennec is about to get his teleport back. So, Mundo now going to be building a Spirit Visage to be able to heal up against this Hui damage. But Pina getting the better of these Heartsteel stacking opportunities. Already up about 80 bonus HP. Sarah's going to find a minefield of wards as he's clearing out vision. But Fennec does have access to the Demolish. Pina unfortunately going to be missing quite a bit of CS under this turret. But if Mundo is left alone with this turret, a single Demolish Spark should be enough to end this turret's life. As Mundo does a lot of damage to buildings, considering he can E the turrets. Not that it froze the turret at the opponent if you like execute it or whatever, which would be hilarious. Mundo here making sure not to build any damage items that would invoke turret aggro so that he can split push with relative ease. On this next push though, Fennec should be able to take the turret. I'm surprised to see the Mundo not getting a Warmogs, but understandably, I guess it's not the laning matchup that would be. A nice Cataclysm into the Encore, forcing the flash here on Chong, but we've got a three-man play. Canadian Whale going to get collected here, but a nice way wombo combo. Samku in trouble. He's gonna blow up. And the isolated Thunderbolt for a triple kill here for Waza. The Hui putting in a ton of damage. Using all your spells to do damage to a Seraphine is probably not the meta idea. We are getting the teleport here from Fennec, which means that we gotta disengage. And Baron was stopped at the cost of the teleport, but it was a 3-for-1 trade here for the side of the Hellhounds. With Dragon spawning in a minute 30. I don't think Mundo and Syndra have Baron damage. The third item here coming in already for Mundo. Pina lacking a little bit behind though. Should have enough money now to get his Kainic Rookern to help survive the Syndra burst. But interesting choice. Yeah, so we went Kainic Rookern. Hui working towards his Crypt Bloom, just getting the anti-heal as a measure for the Mundo. Mundo doesn't have access to insane healing. He doesn't really get to be that oppressive. And because of the burn items, Mundo is constantly going to be ticked with the anti-heal of the Grievous Wounds. But Blackwax almost on 3 items. This Vayne putting in a lot of work, even though it doesn't seem like it. We've got Dragon here in 30 seconds. Let Me Rope is taking a recall. Probably has Shadow Flame in base. Has the TB going to teleport to the top inner. The Encore going to connect. Samku going to be murdered for free here. And Waza looking for Fennec. So we're looking for plays. We're going to get Force of Will, but it's not going to interrupt anyone. And Blackwax does have a red buff. Mundo is in a little bit of trouble. We're gonna knock him up. We're gonna blow him up, and no Fallow is gonna be no one alive, bro. As that Infernal Soul gonna be started here by the side of DH. And so far this game looks like a game 2 angle here for no Fallow. If they want to start the Miracle Run, they're gonna have to start it at match point. Baron here going to follow up here for the side of DH. Samku just revived. Mundo still dead for 20 seconds. There is no teleport available. We've got the Merc Treads here on Shen, looking to make a play. And Shen is able to absorb all 3 of these champions' damage because 180 carry. Yeah, quarterfinals are a best of 3. Baron buff is going to be secured here for the side of DH. And now we're starting to build a little bit of a gold lead. Let's look at it. We've got Criploom on its way. Wits End finish. Seraphine finished. Forbidden Idol. And Black Wax working towards another HP AD item. Pina probably gonna work towards finishing his Sunfire or something. I see Pina has about 1600 gold. So we'll see what Pina wants to buy now. Oh, got a Bramble, so we're going the Thornmail here to help with the anti-heal. Selling that Doran Shield. Stardust here looking for a play and not going to get caught up in the Deadly Flourish. But that should be a free turret. We got Baroned Up Wave. We've got Grubs. And the Syndra is nowhere to be seen here for the wave clear. We do have to be careful though. Samku and Fennec are looking at a possible the overextended charm going to be enough, and Fennec gonna be slayed once again. And Waza almost killing Fat Chunk, forcing both the flash heal away. And now we are pushing the bot lane. The wave is coming in. Pina is bringing in a big cannon minion wave. Force of Will here going to land on the Black Wags, but the shields are enough to put in that work. Liquid going to get tagged by the Hui Fissure. And that is going to be the bot lane inner turret taken here for the side of DH. We now have the cannon minion starting to put work in, as Waza is starting to hit that mid lane inhibitor turret. That one's going to go down. We're about a few seconds from the bot lane inhib turret from going down. Just a few more auto attacks. It looks, oh, just 2 more. And yeah, that's going to do it. So both inhib turrets have been taken. There is just the top lane turrets left outside of the Nexus turrets. The base is pretty wide open here for the side of NoFollow. Not be able to contest this coming Elder Dragon. We've got the Sunfire Cape here now for Pina. We've got a I don't know what it was I was buying. It looks like it's just going to be a Hextech Alternator. We're working on a Jack Show here for the Vayne. We got a Redemption here for Canadian Whale. And we have a Spear of Shoshin here for Stardust. And now, Baron having wearing off, we're going to look to apply pressure in the top lane. Baron will spawn shortly after Dragon does, but with an open base, I don't think NoFollow can afford to spread their resources too thin. Let Me Rope is in the bush here. And we are going to get a catch here onto Let Me Rope. The Omega Encore going to be enough. Samku here going to get caught out once again. The Flash Taunt not going to be enough. Pina not going to be able to connect it. But we get another nice beat drop here by Canadian Whale. And this turret isn't going to last much longer. Another turret down. Looking to take a... we're looking to take a reset for the upcoming Dragon. And... once that the Hui feels like he doesn't need to take a recall, so he's not going to take it. Vayne is going to take a recall. We'll have another 22 up. Okay, well, we keep canceling the recalls. Yeah, Samku not really there this game. Stardust being able to put in a lot of work, stealing that first dragon. Stealing that second dragon, and then just killing Samku on repeat before dragon starts means there was no contention available. They are looking to set up a death rush here, but we're getting priority here in the mid lane here for DH. Yeah. Now, this next kerfuffle could decide the game. We're about 7,000 gold down here for no follow. We are trying to set up a mini death rush. We're going to engage. Fat Chunk is going to be the first to check the bush. Mantra Q not going to find anyone. The Deadly Flourish is going to connect onto Pina, but there's no real damage to connect. And Waza here gonna get comboed on. Pretty unfortunate here, so now it's just down to Black Wax to do all that damage. Big encore here. We're gonna look for Fennec. If this Mundo dies, Fat Chunk is gonna be taken down. Samku is nowhere. Lemmy Robe is getting assassinated by Stardust. Black Wax is going to be able to find everybody. And Fennec here going to be taken down. Black Wax on a rampage. There are minions on the Nexus turrets. And another team fight win here for the side of DH. Not even needing their mid laner. Both summoners still very importantly up for Black Wax. Yeah, the hope that maybe they can try to play the game in game 2. But we've got 2 inhibitors. The Nexus turret has taken a decent amount of damage. And now we are going to be doing this blue buff into taking the Elder into Baron. Probably just ending the game. We'll have to see. We do have teleport available here on Pina with the Stand United coming up soon. The Death Brush being assembled. But we are just going to start the Elder Dragon here. It is being done on Vision, but I don't think that we can do something about it. The teleport here invested by Pina. And okay, Pina going to be running away. And yeah, we got the shutdown here on the Shen. It is a minute of death timer, so it is a little bit unfortunate. Pina here picking up. Okay, well, had bought the Knight's Vow, but now is thinking. He's still dead for another 40 seconds. We'll have to see if he does finish his Thornmail instead. We do have the Shadow Flame now on Hui, but that is going to be the second Baron of the game given over here to the side of DH. Black Wax here, not taking a reset just yet. Has about 600 gold. Doesn't have the money to finish an item he wants, but has essentially his tenacity item, his defensive item, and now probably looking to get, I don't know, another, maybe like a Terminus, a second defensive item. The Randuin's here picked up for Jarvan. So now this Jarvan's pretty unkillable at this point of the game. Pina finished an Unending Despair instead with that Chain Vest. Okay, we are now pushing as for Pina is making his way to the mid lane. Does have the Stand United if he needs to commit to it, but we are just going to look to take this turret. First Nexus turret down. We've got one more. If no follow want to do something, they have to try and fight here. Black Wax going to kill Fennec again. The Hui combo is going to be enough. Lemmy Robe is going to die. Samku is going in, trying to do stuff now on 3 items, but it's not going to be enough. LeQuick is going to get sent to the graveyard. And that is going to be game 1, ladies and gentlemen. DH with a resounding win. Slight misplays here and there, for the side of DH, but overall a pretty clean win. Now, moving on to game number 2. So let's get the playlist back up and running. Yeah. Okay, we are working on creating the draft for game number 2. Alright, here it is. Alright, turning the draft back on here. Looks like NoFollow have decided to stick to red side here for game number 2. Hopefully they have a few more impactful picks, because the Syndra was supposed to be a good pick into the Syndra was supposed to be a good pick into the Hui, but unfortunately Waza just played that 1v1 really well and did good from the start of the laning phase. Looks like we have the ready check here from DH. Waiting on the ready check here from NoFollow. Let me update the scoreboard real quick. Alright, we are on match point here in game number 2 of this best of 3. I believe we're just... I think we are missing a player. Yeah, we're missing a player. I don't know who we're missing. I can't tell. Sorry for the less energy cast tonight. I'm having a little bit of tummy troubles, but I am doing what I can. Let me actually go get my glasses real quick while we wait on the draft to start. I'll be right back. There we go. Gonna be more helpful if I can see what I'm doing, right? Oh. Oops. I keep forgetting I should not be flashing my Twitter while I'm sharing the draft. Again, we were safe. We were saved. Thank God. Alright, the draft is starting. We've got game number 2 here. We got DH on blue side, NoFollow on red. Here we go. The Hui was clearly a problem for NoFollow, so I'm expecting a little bit more attention in the bans towards mid lane. But we'll have to see some beautiful engages though. Okay, là on refait pas l'erreur du côté de NoFollow. Yeah, let's not just give over the super comfort power picks. Waza's already going to be banned. We're going to be banning the same things we've been banning so far. The draft has not changed. Velka is going to be banned here again. Okay, and we are just doing a salty run back here. DH convinced that there is no change needed. No Fallow here going to look to pick up the Ash early. And this time, they are looking to take away the Seraphine. I wonder what what Canadian Whale has prepared for... Yeah, it's one of Stardust's more comfort champions. And we've got a solid bot lane this time for No Fallow. Jhin Karma, very, very iffy. We blind picked the Karma, and then we picked the, yeah, we blind picked the Jhin Karma, and then, okay, the Zyra, okay. Canadian Whale here with the aggressive support pick. And this could be a Gragas flex. I mean, Peanut plays it and Stardust plays it, so... But it looks like we are going to do a salty run back outside of the Seraphine pick. Everything else is going to be what it was here for the side of DH. No Fallow. Let's see what they decide to play into this Shen. At this angle, if the early game... Oh, I mean, we've got a power pick jungler. The Skarner here being hovered here for Sam Koo. A jungler that has been really impressive for other teams. Okay, but we are going to pivot to an Amumu here. I much preferred the Skarner, to be fair. If this Amumu goes AP, things might just get ugly from the start here for No Fallow. Okay, we're going to be banning the Jarvan away, which was a staple in Engage's last game. We're still hovering the Jarvan. It hasn't been locked in as a ban yet. It is going to be banned. We're going to keep the same ban here of Aatrox versus Fennec in the top lane. Okay. We're going to see the exact same bans here. This time, Sam Koo, while we're looking to ban the Wukong away from Stardust, but we're going to keep the same 3 bans against Fennec here, going into the second round of picks. We do have to blind pick something, so hopefully we have an answer to either this Shen or this Hui. The Mundo played well into the Shen, but I mean, the rest of this team... Seraphine is a pretty strong champion in terms of good team fights, but we're going to pick the Gnar here into the Shen. Any top lane experts to give me a brief rundown on how this lane matchup's supposed to go? Because I figure someone who can't land auto attacks isn't going to be doing much to the Shen, but probably going to be a... Oh, okay. We're going with the Jhin Zyra here in the bot lane. Locking in Vi, getting that consistent gap closer. The Wombo here for No Fallow is pretty insane. But the H have drafted a pretty good team fighting team comp though. Let's see what we round off. We need a solid mage here in the mid lane. We're picking Gal. I mean, Galio is great in Hui. It makes sense. And alright, that's the draft. Okay, so we've got a seemingly very low damage. Yeah, this is the Hanwha Live. This is the Damwon 0 damage gaming team comp, and yeah, Galio, Gnar, Ashe, Amumu, and Seraphine. Yeah, they need to get out the door running if they want to have a chance. The players are starting to place themselves. So we should see the starter champion select very soon here.
Alright. Players for No Follow are placing themselves. Champion select starts now. Alright, we've got the ready check from No Follow. And Black Wax is room leader. Alright, here we go. We are starting the game. I mean, to be fair, Galio is a good pick into Hui though, but we kinda pivoted off Skarner to pick a Mumu. No, I don't think they're putting Jin mid. I don't know about that too hard. I love the matchup when I'm playing Galio and Hui. Sure, it's annoying at first, but once I have a pair of Merc Treads, I kind of just win the matchup. So sure, I mean, if the Hui can solo kill me 2 times before I get a pair of Merc Treads, hey, yeah, but most people that play League are dog shit too hard, bro. Like, you can't go off stats alone, bro. Most of these stats are from, like, bronze to iron games. Like, because that's where, like, 90% of the League's games are played. I feel like percentage win rates, even when we look at higher elo, it's about player skill at the end of the day versus skill OPness. OPness. I should say how OP a champion is instead of OPness, because that's funny. I mean, look, Cassante has, what, 46% win rate, yet literally can 1v1 any champion in the game. So, also, Cassante has had a negative win rate for, I think, since he came out. And he's still been dominant in team games, so I don't know. Galio is a safe angle, but I would have really liked a Skarner and maybe, like, I guess an Aurora or something. Maybe like some AP in the top side. I feel like Rumble could have been pretty decent here in the Shen. But not a lot of players do play the Rumble. I do feel that, like, with this team comp, I feel like Aurora would have been much better suited than the Gnar, because maybe Fennec just has a very limited champion pool because the Aatrox, Olaf, and Ambessa were all banned, but we had the possibility. Yeah, LeBlanc mid could have done great here against the Hui. Been a decent amount of magic damage. Kind of forced the Shen to build some MR, because, like, right now the Shen can just build armor and not care. And the Shen and the Vi are gonna have an easy time getting through to the Ashe. So we'll have to see if Let Me Rope has a little bit of a better game. And Liquick is gonna have to step up, because he's like literally the only carry on his team. Here we go. We are opting into the spectator delay. I've got 3 minutes to go. And now I can browse Twitter for a quick second. If we get to the uber late game, maybe this Galio can go hard in team fights, but if Waza has another game like he had in game number 1, yeah, this is a quick 2-0. Go next.
onto the semi-finals, DH are going to be moving. We are also, for those interested, we are casting Blossom versus Lotus tomorrow at 8 p.m. So for those who want to come hang out tomorrow night, we got another semi-final qualifier match. Gotta cheer on the homies. Blossom with this new roster or renewed roster seems to have a decent amount of momentum, but the cracks in the armor are still frail. Alright, we're about to get into the game, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means. That means we pause the playlist. And we are getting ready to get into the game. Skin Roulette is about to go hard. So here we go. We've got... Alright, we've got Pulsefire Shen, Warring Kingdoms Vi, Winterblessed Sway, Soul Fighter Jin, Blood Moon Zyra, KDA All Out Seraphine, Superstar, DRX Ash, Vanilla Galio, Pharaoh Amumu, and Samsung Galaxy Gnar. We've got Double Grass, Double Conk. Surprisingly, we have Fleet Footwork on the Jin, and it's going to be Comet versus Guardian in the support. And Electrocute versus Arcane in the mid lane. So here we go. We've got the Cleanse on Jin, Quad Teleports, Ignite versus Heal. So we'll have to see if we are good to go. Oh, there was a momentary pause here at the start of the game. Not too sure why. Okay, but the game is starting now. We've got a defensive start here for Pina. I fell a little bit behind in the early game against Fennec, but was able to overall have a better performance by showing up when he needed to in team fights. No pot here start from the Vi. Canadian Whale trying to get some information. LeQuick going... to not be spotted.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Okay, Black Wax here. Okay, some good damage onto LeQuick, but we forced Zyra to start E. I don't know if that matters. But Canadian Whale should probably be closer to the bot lane. To prepare her seedlings for the level 1. Looks like Galio opted into a Doran Ring start instead of a Doran Shield start. Probably going to be important with the mana. Junglers are starting both on top side here. So once again, we'll see if Stardust can get the better of Samku, which he did in game number 1. Okay, Galio starting with the Shield of Durand. A taunt skill that gives him damage reduction, and when he has not taken magic damage, the ability to gain a magic damage shield that regenerates itself outside of taking magic damage. So Let Me Rope going to be able to do a decent amount of damage to the Hui in this early game, but once we get that fear, it's going to be up to Let Me Rope to outplay Waza in terms of cooldowns. Fennec here trying to bully Pina. So the first Mega Gnar is going to come in. It's going to be pretty impactful. We've got the Grass proc. Let Me Rope going to be taking a lot of damage here. Forced to use his pot already. Got the early level 3 here by Fennec. The wallop is going to miss. We're going to get some good damage onto Fennec, though Pina does take a chunk. A good amount of damage. The flash here force. We got Vibe probably looking to make a play. Okay, Samku forced the flash away from his own jungle. It's going to be a feels bad man moment. The Justice Punch coming in here. Waza going to be taken down for first blood though. The Winds of War plus the Mollywop. Gonna be enough here from the Galio to make a play. A nice Shadow Dash here. Peanut having to blow the flash early. So what was that about a good matchup in Hue? I don't know. Like it doesn't feel like a great matchup for Hue. And the sooner you get that pair of Merc Treads, the sooner things get really good here for the Galio. Especially once you have that Hollow Radiance, you kind of just ignore the Hue because he's always gonna go Blackfire Torch early, which is it's an item that doesn't like do any damage. It's like a little annoying Malzahar E. But with the Galio W, it's okay, the Shield of Duran going to be used here to mitigate the combo damage from the Hue. Bot lane going about even here in CS. Nothing to see here. Jin Ash not really looking to take any trades, any action. Zyra just looking to get a little bit of poke here and there. This is not a heavy action bot lane. They're mostly going to be paying attention. Ooh. Okay, we've got a call by here by Fennec, really trying to milk a gold advantage against Pina. Has to be careful when he takes these trades though, because Mini Gnar not great at dealing with Shen. Mega Gnar is great at dealing with Shen. So we'll have to see when we take these big trades. Like I said, the Mega Gnar just happened, so there's going to be a period of time where Fennec cannot transform. He gets the little fatigue emote, and it's a little sad Gnar crying that he can't, go Bishubak on his opponent's face. Samku looking to make a play here in the top lane, though. And a Mumu without flash is a little bad. Going to get spotted on vision by both a regular ward and a control ward. Waza here going to be hitting his level 6 too. Samku really wants to get this ward. We've got the level 6 on we've got the level 6 on the Gnar. We've got to be careful. Shen's level 6 doesn't mean anything if it doesn't have any teammates nearby. And Samku going to walk into a jungle that is empty. Going to place a pink ward and find is something that Stardust left. We're going to do the classic grubs for Dragon Trade here. And Vi should be able to get a good trade in. The Mega Gnar is available. Going to cancel the Shadow Dash. The Wallop, the Crunch. Going to do a lot of damage. Your Canadian Whale and Black Wax are going to rotate. It's not like Ashe and Seraphine can contest an objective. And Samku should be able to farm up pretty well here. Okay, the control ward here going to be taking out. But Pina almost 2 levels down. Going to be a level plus down. We've got the Demolish, we've got the 3 grubs. So Fennec going to be trying to get as much turret plating as he can. Forced to take a recall here. Does have a little bit of money, so should be able to get at least his Bomby. And we're going to look to teleport back, not to miss too much. Mega Gnar here going to be used to help clear the wave. There's a very low cooldown, so essentially you have it every Gnar, which is on average available every like 45-ish seconds. So it is very low cooldown ultimate. We've got the start of a Kraken Slayer versus a Collector here in the bot lane, but outside of that, Canadian Whale not having the best recall, so has a lot of money sitting in her pockets. Ooh. Okay, Fat Chunk getting pretty low, but the curtain call while the Enchanted Crystal Arrow is available is not the smartest of ideas. The Quick probably looking to... Nope, neither bot lane looking to get it back in. Amumu not going to be able to find his red buff because it was taken away by Stardust. And the Amumu thankfully going tank instead of going AP YOLO Amumu. I hate seeing that build because it makes the Amumu so squishy. We do have the ability to invest Stand United. We are not going to be able to finish the channel as we are going to die. And now Stardust in a little bit of trouble though. Getting caught out in his own jungle. Does have the flash, but is going to get murdered here by Samku. This Galio pick a little bit more troublesome than we thought it would be. Waza not having the amazing start that he had last game. As Galio going to be a problem. Pina down quite a bit of gold. Down about 300 gold already. Yeah, if there's hope for a miracle run, it's when Waza and Stardust aren't really in sync. And Samku looking for a gank here. We're gonna get a taunt here, but Fennec can hop over the wall. Pina gonna be in a little bit of trouble. And Fennec is just going to be able to clean up the kill. Pina taking an aggressive trade without vision of Fennec. Gets punished here. Stardust here now looking for Quick. We're going to get the Strangled Thorns. And Fat Chunk is going to be sent to the Shadow Realm. Both Summoners invested here. And we do get a nice kill here onto the Jhin, which should mean we have Collector access. But Pina, yeah, pretty starting to fall behind in terms of money. Already down about 1,000 gold here in the top lane. That's a third plate going to be going over to the side. Oh no, is it not? It should be. Okay, it looks like it already went over to the side of Fennec. Okay, let me rope now with the Hollow Radiance. Gonna make it hard for Waza to do stuff here in the mid lane. We really do need those burn items to be able to play against the Galio. But the Galio can just easily build some magic resist. And with just that Hollow Radiance, it should be able to get easy clears against. Waza here has to be careful. Okay, going to get taunted here. And Waza going to be taking a half, but the Hui W putting in a lot of work. Let Me Rope in a little bit of trouble. Forcing the flash here from Let Me Rope. We're going to miss the Hui ultimate here. And the current call gets summoned. Okay, we're going to dodge the Amumu. Stand United has been triggered. The Strangling Thorns are here. We're looking to kill this. We're looking to kill them. And Pina not going to be able to get the kill here. Fennec here going ham. A shutdown on the Jhin. We get the stun on Waza. The Mega Gnar going to be mistimed. And we're going to throw a boulder at Waza, but it's not going to be enough. However, it is a 3-for-1 trade here in the bot lane. No Fallow making up for the blunders in game number 1. I'm not too sure why we instantly blind pick both our mid and our top. Both games in a row. Game 1, it looked to go really well, but now things are falling apart here at the seams for DH. The only money on the team is on Blackwax, and he's playing Jhin, so he'll have a hard time killing champions like Galio. The Amumu committing for... the Amumu committing for some AP now. So he realizes that he needs to do a little bit of damage. I do like the Bomby, but it looks like we went Bomby into Leandri's, which I feel like is a little better than just going straight Leandri's, because if you go straight Leandri's, then you have no defensive stats. It's a 4-for-2 exchange on Grubs. We're down currently about 2-ish K. And this Shen, it's gonna be a while before he's online. This Gnar already has the Triforce. Is taking quite a few turret shots. The Wallop not going to connect. We get a nice Strangling Thorns into the Grasping Roots, but that is a huge cooldown invested by Canadian Whale. We do have the stand. We don't have the stand united. Okay, Waza's combo fails once again. We get the cease and desist. We get the root here, and Blackwax should be in range to get stuff done. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow is gonna find Blackwax, but we're not gonna be able to get stuff done here. Though Dragon is going to be up in 3 minutes. With the 1-to-1 in Drakes, 4-to-2 in Grubs. The Galio dying is not the most important thing, just because there's nothing to play for. But it is good on the side of the H to be able to get kills like this. It helps rebuild a bit of momentum. We're still down about 2k though, so Pina here. What is that? First turret bonus, gonna go over here to Fennec, and now Fennec is pretty rich. Stardust here, looking for a play on Samku. We're gonna find the Amumu, we're gonna root him up, and a nice big encore gonna be improved. The Flash Vault Breaker here by Stardust is gonna do a lot. We don't have the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, but Canadian Whale is looking to get out. And Fat Chunk almost runs into his own death. Canadian Whale going to be able to get away with her life. As Galio just gives up and goes back to the mid lane after his chase. But see, that's the thing. When you don't build a tank item first on a Mumu, you're just like a shitty mage. You don't have any damage reduction. So, because this Vi and the Jhin are the ones that have the money, if you don't have any armor, well, it's going to get run down. Okay, Pina here getting run down by Fennec. We're trying to make a play. Waza here looking to try and get the shutdown here. Okay, we're gonna miss the Hui ultimate once again. But and yeah, Fennec is just going to break their ankles, wasting the ultimate on both Vi and Hui. And Galio gonna just get some free time to farm. Fennec not even having to use any summoners, not that he had any to use in the first place. But for now, things are going great here for No Fallow. If Shen is able to finish his Heartsteel, it would be perfect, but we are still about like 400-ish gold away from that Heartsteel, and until we get that done, Shen isn't really going to be that impactful of a champion. But by the time we do get that done, hopefully there isn't a Black Cleaver already here for the Gnar. Okay, Ashe going to finish a recall, going to get access to her boots. We do take the Rift Herald though here for the side of DH. We're gonna be trading it for a it is a Mountain Soul. Ooh, that's pretty disgusting here for the Galio and the Mumu. It's gonna make it hard, but second dragon here gonna be given over to the side of to the side of no follow, as there's just no one nearby to do the dragon. Let me rope here, gonna try and get some work done on this turret, but Hui should be able to get most of it out of the way. We're now going IE here on Jin. And Stardust probably looking to get a Black Cleaver next. Okay.
What?
Stardust going to be found here on the Hawk Shot. Fennec does have the Meganar. Peanut does have to be careful. The Boulder Toss is available. The Shadow Dash coming in. Gonna get thrown into the wall here. Fennec taking a nice trade. Does have the Hyper Procs. And Fennec forcing the flash. But here... And a nice double kill here over for Canadian Whale. Gonna help her get her Leandries. And we've summoned the Rift Herald of bot lane, but we have an inner turret taken here by Fennec. The charge for the Rift Herald is not going to be able to crash because we are not driving it in. And Fennec here now with the Black Cleaver. Things are looking pretty desperate for DH. Pina is really far behind. Has finished his first item, but down about 4,000 gold. So we're down an item plus at this point in the game. And Black Wax should be getting close to his Infinity Edge here, give or take 100-ish gold. Fennec has moved to the bot lane to be able to split push some more. And Samku is just going to be clearing some camps. We have the Leandries, now he's going for that Sunfire Cape. And Gallia working on that Rift Maker. We're getting the Phantom Dancer on the Ash. And yeah, looks like we might be going Stairs Gauge here for... we might be getting a Stairs Gauge here for the side of... Vi. Sorry. Brain fart. We're clearing out some vision here in the mid lane. The Ashe is a little bit behind in terms of tempo. But the Enchanted Crystal Arrow going to force the flash here on Lechonk because they saw Stardust. And Pina here gonna be in trouble again. Doesn't have any magic resist. Gonna get melted. Just trying to get some hard steals stacked. But the Justice Punch gonna be enough. We're gonna look to take it. And that's oh. Fennec here going to find Stardust. But we're gonna blast cone the jump away. So Stardust is going to be able to be safe. Black Wax does now have his Infinity Edge. We almost have the Leandris here. And I think this turret might go down on this push. The Encore here invested, forcing the Flash and the Cleanse. The Strangled Thorns now being put in, but the Stand United not going to find its mark. Vi here going to be in a little bit of trouble. Shen able to find an assassination attempt here on Pina, and Black Wax he wishes he had ammo in his gun to find Samku, but Waza is able to hold off Fennec, who is the majority of the gold lead here. Well, outside of like 1400, but is the majority of the money here advantage that No Follow have. A good team fight here, though, for the side of for DH. Sorry, my brain is like just like permanently rebooting. So I apologize if I have moments of tardation. Wait, really needs his second item. Now we're getting towards a Randuin's here for the Gnar. We have the Sunfire, we've got the Riftmaker, Hollow Radiance. We have 2 items across the board here starting to be done. And we have most of them here on the side of no Fallow. It is a 3,000 gold gap, but that is mainly the gold difference in the top lane. If you look at the bot lane, Blackwax is pretty far ahead of Ashe in terms of item quality. Samku here looking for a play on Waza. We are going to invest Enchanted Crystal Arrow, the Crystal Sad Mummy. And those are 2 really big ultimates, but that means we are giving up pressure in the mid lane here. Let Me Rope can try, but it does have good wave clear with the Hollow Radiance. Riftmaker giving him enough AP to get some stuff done. But the big teamfight ultimates used up here for no Fallow, and nothing was used here for the side of DH. Might be looking for something. Fennec here looking for a flank opportunity. Stardust needs to get inside the pit if he wants to get something done. And so we're summoning the Curtain Call, the Shield of Duran, and Canadian Whale able to steal the Dragon. A momentous secure Peanut force to flash over the wall away from Fennec, but that is one hell of a support gap if I've ever seen one. Canadian Whale steals the Dragon. Samku, what are you doing? Are you sleeping at the wheel, my boy? It feels like you are. He must have unbound his smite key, because I don't think I've ever seen him use it. Last Whisper here. Big pickup here from... Yeah, you have to press the smite and then click the monster. Or you have to be hovering the monster when you press the smite key. If you don't press the smite key, it doesn't do anything. So a lot of the pressure here is starting to get mitigated with the Jungle Gapparoonies. A really nice play here by the side of Canadian Whale. It was really smart of Stardust to use the Cease and Desist to get into the pit through the taunt, because Vi is unstoppable when she ults. We've got the double burn items here for Hui. Stardust looking for a play, but the Galio ultimate always annoying to deal with, because he can be about halfway across the map. He can still join a team fight, and even if you kill his target once the ult is channeled, unlike Stand United, he does make his heroic entrance. Okay, working on a 3rd item here for both Waza, Stardust, and Blackwax. I think we're gonna be grabbing the LDR third here. It's gonna be nice to be able to help break all this armor that we are starting to stack. Gallia here going for a Rabadon's Death Cap 3rd item. Very interesting choice of item. I would have thought that we would have gotten either an armor item like a Zonia's, or the likes of a okay, Samku dodging out of the Vault Breaker here. We've got an ARAM here in the mid lane so far. Not much is happening. Baron is up, but neither team really has a good Baron team. We're now looking for a play onto onto Samku. The Stand United gonna be big. If Fennec goes down, that's a lot of the money just dead. A nice Shadow Dash here. We've got the season. We use the season. This is beautifully. Vi getting a really nice flash over the wall. And a nice 4-man Curse of the Sad Mummy. But is it going to be enough? This Amumu is just turned to Swiss cheese. However, LeQuick putting in some good damage. And going to be able to get that damagey output. Fat Chunk gonna get executed here by the isolated Thunderbolt of Waza, but it is a 2-for-4 trade, something that DH will take every day. Let's check. Seraphine currently, oh, I can't check right now because she's dead. But we'll see. Let's see. We went Q max and E max second. 1 point in W. So not many shields. Now we are now working towards a Black Cleaver here for Stardust. Understands that the Armor Shred going to be important. The Cribloom here looking to be started. We are committing the teleport from Pina here. We do not have the Stand United just yet. Fat Chunk in a bit of a free fall position. Wasn't making his way, but this dragon is going quickly. And we're looking to kill the jungler before a nice Gnar. Stardust here gonna be able to claim, and unfortunately we are able to get this dragon, but at the cost of the entire team. It is going to be a 2-4-5 team fight. We do get the Mountain Soul Point, which is great. But unfortunately, the Gnar making a hero play, getting all the carries, having to invest his flash though. It is big. We are looking to start the Baron though. Pina is up very shortly, but can we do this Baron? Do we have enough damage for it? I think we do. Pina gonna be heading towards that bot lane. Now has his Sunfire Cape. We are not going for a Black Cleaver. Instead, trying to get a Frozen Heart. So we are gonna be losing quite a bit of gold here from the side of Stardust, selling that Phage. But yes, Cribloom now finished here for Hui. Okay, Stardust going to be murdering Fat Chunk. Fat Chunk just walking. It is funny that no Fallow are able to get objectives when their jungler's not alive than when their jungler is alive. That should be the Frozen Heart here shortly for Stardust. We are now at 4 items on this Gnar, working towards probably a Death Stance, but this Gnar going to have to be a miracle worker in the following team fight. Was able to make such a nice play because he had his flash, but you know, just looking to get a hard steel stack. We're going to take the turret is going to take a lot of damage in exchange. And that Baroned up wave is going to be enough to take another turret. We got a almost 8,000 gold lead in the top lane. But I mean, once you're full build, money doesn't really matter anymore. And we've seen that we're able to assassinate people. We are investing a lot. The flash here. Fennec putting in a lot of damage. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow going to find Stardust here. And yeah, Waza and Pina not gonna have the damage needed to deal with this Force of Nature Gnar. The current call is coming out. We don't have anything to stop. The biggest problem with Jhin is he can only fire 4 bullets. Unfortunately, once his bullets are gone, he isn't really a champion anymore. A nice Mega Gnar into the wall. And no Fallow are going to start the miracle run at 1-1. Here we go, getting ready to get into the game lobby for number 3. I feel like we don't need to be blind picking the top lane that much. I feel like maybe just getting a better pick here in terms of the top lane would be nice here for the side of DH. Also, now that we know that Waza had a lot of trouble against this Galio, we are going to game 3. You know what that means. We're gonna do the jiggy dance. Let me just turn back on the playlist. I'd play Silver Scrapes, but there's been too many like copyright notifications, and I'm just getting tired of having to edit segments out of the videos. So fortunately for now, we're gonna look to maybe get a like a new style of Silver Scrapes. You know, something that doesn't get like completely copyrighted. But for the time being, we're going to stick with regular music. But get hyped. We've got a game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like we are getting a DH here on red side. Just waiting on the draft link. The players are placing themselves. We've got game number 3 in the bag. I don't know what I have missions for. I'll feel Violet and Vi in the same combat. Alright. The draft link is up. Draft should be starting soon. Waiting on the ready checks. So we're going to have to see some draft adaptations here in game number 3. Zyra put in a lot of work, but it felt sometimes that the ultimates were used a little bit out of sync. A lot of strangle forms were just thrown into the mist, sort of say. Not that the bot lane played admirably here for the side of DH. Fortunately, it was a bit of a solo lane gap that we had seen the opposite of in game number 1. So Stardust not having the most fantastic game on his Vi. Able to get some decent early advantages, but unfortunately we traded soul points for Baron and the game essentially, which is not what we wanted, I don't think. Alright, we've got the ready check here from DH, waiting on the ready check here for no follow. As we get ready to get into the game 3 draft. I can feel my energy returning and stuff, but I do have to try and go to bed early. Is that the ready check? Okay, we got the ready check from No Fallow. So here we go. What are the draft changes gonna be here in game number 3? This is an elimination series, remember. Loser does not move towards the semifinals. Loser ends their season right here, right now. Ooh, interesting. Okay, the Grave's gonna be banned instead of the Olaf first. So maybe we're looking at changing up a slight ban here for game number 2. We do have the counter pick ability. Okay, well, we're just keeping the same bans. Okay, so maybe the picks are gonna be different. Okay, so we're absolutely keeping the same bans. And yep, okay, so it's salty run back. Let's see. This time, No Fallow are going to take the Braum, hoping it's a Seraphine. But Seraphine is pretty good into Braum. Well, with the way Fat Chunk has been playing, he's not gonna live long enough to matter in like the usefulness of the scenario. But we're pivoting completely off of Seraphine and we're just grabbing Senna, one of Canadian Wales' most played champions, and by far I think one of her favorites. We are also locking, I believe this is the jungle pick for Stardust. I'm not too sure. Pina could be blind picking it, but Gnar is a pretty good matchup in the Gragas, so I don't think we'd want to blind. I don't think we'd want to blind if maybe like a safety ban. But No Fallow here, going to go with the Freljordi in bot lane. Those arrows from LeQuick were really nice. And we'll have to see if this Senna can make the difference. To be fair, Senna has an amazing late game policy with the amount of healing, shielding, and just range that she can provide. And this time, No Fallow are looking to take the Shen away. Okay. I mean, there's a lot left open here for Pina if we do blind pick this Shen. It is going to be a Shen blind pick. Hey, let's go. Okay. This could be a Swain flex pick. But let's see what... yeah, so far No Fallow really lacking on damage. And we're gonna be banning Galio. Okay. Okay, so that could indicate that we want a Hui. But if we go Hui, we'd have like triple mage versus Shen Braum. We're going to be banning the Amumu away. Okay, so we're going to be banning what worked last game here. And Waza Syndra probably going to be the highlight ban. But it could be Waza on Swain. It could be Black Wax on Swain. It really depends. A Black Wax could also just pick a quality 80 carry here. And we leave counter pick to Pina. Though Pina could already be playing the Gragas, who knows? We'll have to see. Okay, we've got Pina on Gragas. We've got Stardust on Jarvan. It worked really well. Okay, now the real question is, I don't know if Swain wants the lane versus Cassiopeia, but I do know that Swain Senna could be a very obnoxious bot lane. I don't know what Waza wants to play into of this. So the Swain flex pick could be interesting. Samku going back to the Wukong. It didn't see much success in game number 1. Had some okay Cyclones, but we didn't have any momentum. Here now, the real question is this Swain a flex pick? Because if it is a flex pick, we could easily pick something to bully this Cassiopeia. We'll have to see what Waza is feeling, because the Swain versus Cassio matchup is pretty rough here for Swain. Waza had already won the game 1 hard matchup of Hui versus Syndra, but it looks like we are going to lock in Yon versus Cassiopeia. So it is Swain AP carry, Gragas top, Jarvan jungle, Senna support with Yon mid. Okay. On the side of No Fallow, we have some decent late game damage, but early game, yeah, is my reaction to it. Alright, the players are getting ready. Champion select should start soon. Waiting on ready check. Remember, this is game 3. Loser is out. Winner advances to the semi-finals. Winner here will play the winner of Chiefs versus Greed. So hard matchup across the board for whoever wins. Alright, we've got the ready check from No Follow on blue. Waiting on the ready check from DH. It looks like we are getting started. So reminder, as always, for the spectator delay, it's going to be about 4 minutes. So if you need to grab a drink, a snack, head to the washroom real quick, make sure you do so. You need to stay hydrated. It is important as gamers to not die of dehydration. An interesting pivot here in game number 3 by the side of DH. They had played 2 games on blue side, but I think in game 2, I wonder how the Shen Gragas matchup works, because you can cancel Shen Stand United, and you can also just knock him out of his zone that protects him from the Gragas W. But we'll have to see. Also, Waza picking Yon into Cassiopeia means that he is confident in this matchup. It should be a decent skill-based matchup, I want to say. The ability to cancel the Yon ultimate and the Yon return and the Yon Q3 could be impactful, but we'll have to see. So far, Let Me Rope has had the better of Waza only in game 2. In game 1, he got murdered. Like, he was annihilated. And we'll have to see how this Senna shielding comes in handy. If it's going to be enchant. Oh, hey, you're locking that Braum. You're locking that Braum. No Renata gameplay here. Yeah, no, Waza's Yon is normally permabanned against him. It's been open all series, but we've been blind picking Hui. I feel like that game 2, we could have honestly just roll shifted the Hui into the bot lane and picked something else. But we'll see here. The game is about to load in. 3 minutes on spectator delay, so we got 3.5 minutes about before we get into this final game. Make sure to stay tuned for all this action. You're not going to want to miss who ends up in the semifinals of the Div 3 Mamago League. I'm casting Lotus versus Blossom tomorrow normally. Why? What's up? Cause I got back from Three Rivers around like 6:30, ish. So I don't think I'd have time to cast someone starting at 7. Yeah, big matchup, big matchup. Because the winner of that will have to play the winner of Limulu versus TMIP, but I think Limulu should annihilate TMIP, but some very big matchups going into finish this weekend and to start next week as well. Like next weekend as well. So I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna end Christmas on a bang. Got a minute left before we get into the action. That means we're just going to be pausing the playlist here. As a reminder for anyone who hasn't watched the entirety of the VODs or wants to see the entirety of the video and has missed part of the stream, all VODs are uploaded at 10 a.m. following the cast, whenever the cast does happen on the Fallen Sanctum YouTube channel. If you have not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do go subscribe. We are working really hard to give you guys daily content, and we're making a push to 1,000 subscribers. Would be a dream come true to hit that by the end of 2025. But hey, it'll be what it'll be when it'll be what it'll be. So we'll have to see what we get done. All right, 10 seconds. Oh. I'm nervous. On one side, if DH get eliminated, there's a lot more free time for us to do stuff. But if DH makes it, it's just going to be another stressful match here in the semis for that big money. Alright, we've got Psyop Shen, Lancer Stratus Wukong, Cassiopeia, Curse, Chroma, DRX Ash, Santa Braum, High Noon Senna, Dragon Master Swain, High Noon Yon, Worlds 2024 Jarvan, and Arctic Ops Gragas. That was a fast one, guys. Okay, here we are starting with 5 teleports. Teleport here on Black Wax means that we lack the defensive summoner to be able to take adequate trades here in the bot lane, but I don't think we're going to be looking to take a lot of trades. The quick here,
30 seconds until minions
trying to
spawn.
posture into the river. Samku going to get hit by the Demacian standard. Okay, Black Wax here. Looking for the never move.
Minions have spawned.
Okay. The cheesed attempt by DH not going to work out. And jungler's going to be starting on their top sides. We did get a ward, however, at the Raptors here for Stardust. So we are going to know if he starts. Okay, Gragas here. We're going to have a late entry to the lane. Never move here, going to miss. We get a Bromdor here onto Canadian Well, but should be able to sustain all of this damage back up. Ash Brom, while a pretty impressive lane, lags quite a bit in the sustain department. And Senna going to be focusing on getting as many stacks as she can. The taunt not getting interrupted here by Pina, but is able to cancel the extended dash. Pina here in a little bit of trouble. Already at half-life. But the one thing that makes Gragas such a good pick is he has really good sustain and has a damage mitigation skill. So should be able to get a lot of things done in this lane. Yeah, but some early trades here in the bot lane. Canadian Whale is going to be taking the brunt of the damage in these trades, but because she is the enchanter, should be able to heal up pretty nicely. Fennec here going to miss quite an important shadow dash, but Pina going to hit Fennec in the blocked auto attack circle that Shen provides. Bromdor gonna go wide, and so far things are pretty quiet with both junglers finishing their first clears. Pina losing HP to grass trades, but it should be fine once Pina gets himself a mana item. Normally, Samku here now looking for... Samku was looking for Canadian Whale, but they are pretty safe. Samku gonna take his first recall, both jugglers having done one camp each. Pina here going to get solo killed by the flash taunt. Does get the tier and the refillable, so it's going to be a little bit of a weak side Gragas, and we should see a little bit more once he gets his first AP item. So I believe it's Cosmic Drive into Fimbulwinter with Lucidity Boots. Come on, guys. Got the Bummy here for Shen early. Never moves, not landing, but Blackwack's able to keep up in CS, which is very helpful. The root here, though, going to miss from Senna. Was with a little bit of a CS lead here at the start against the Cassio. Really able to mitigate a lot of the pressure that Cassio would normally have on short range carries. Gonna be down to dust to get some plays going in these lanes. Fortunately, Pina's W gets blocked once again. With Stardust here in the bot side. A root's gonna go wide here from Canadian Whale, but she is gonna be able to clear out. Okay, the explosive cast is gonna throw Shen into the turret. He's gonna take a turret shot, but Pina is starting to get some good trades onto Shen. Reminder that Shen does not really have an ultimate. Okay, nice double stack here by Blackwax, but he is pretty does have the money to recall and get his Lost Chapter. Samku is going to be starting on the Void Grubs. Cassio with the first recall gets a Catalyst of Aeons, no AP yet, so just looking to survive the lane more than anything as she works towards her Rod of Ages. Yone going to be going towards the Blade of the Ruin King, as always, very important item on Yone. Phase Rush going to be parked by Pina, allowing him to get away from Samku, very importantly. Could have been dangerous as well. Pina does have flash. Oh, the Nimbus Strike not going to proc aggro. Pina going to miss out on this cannon minion, but a really nice ultimate forcing a disengage here from the side of No Fallow. Shen gonna be working towards his Heartsteel now. And Pina got about 1,300 gold, so we'll have to see what Pina wants to buy. It's probably gonna be the components for the Cosmic. So we're probably going to see something like a Kindle Gem, Glowing Mode Control Ward. Let Me Rope has been able to close that little CS gap that we had, but Black Wax is up at least a wave on the Quick. This way, able to put in a good amount of damage. And Greg is starting to slowly close out this gold lead that Shen got with the first blood. Another nice double stack here from the side of PH. Waza looking to take some trades here onto Casio, but she does move pretty quickly. The Senna ult is, the Dawning Shadow is going to come through. Yon gets to keep his ultimate. Sorry, Yon gets to keep his flash, which is pretty crucial. Adore going to hit a minion. And Blackwack's not going to struggle to get... Oh, forcing Let Me Rope the flash. Keep in mind, Cassiopeia's passive says she cannot buy boosts, but she gets 4 movement speed every level she has. So eventually around like level 12 is when she gets technically a full pair boost for free from her passive. Pina able to cancel the Stand United with the Explosive Cask. Really good here. Work by the side of Pina. Also starting to build a little bit of a CS lead against this Shen. Shen not really known for his ability to play through heavy poke. Fennec here starting to take the brunt of the Gragas trades. They are the same level. Rod of Ages now finished here for the Cassiopeia. So now she has a little bit of scaling AP. Black Wax, it should be able to finish his Blackfire Torch eventually. And we've got 1,300 gold. So yeah, that should be enough on recall. So we're just looking to push the wave in. We do have the teleport. Senna has rotated with Stardust towards this dragon. But going over 6 on grubs. I mean, to be fair, this team doesn't really take towers that well. So it's not that big of a thing. But it looks like we are just prioritizing on getting the dragon stacking. So that way we can give up a few objectives and scale up. Stardust and Canadian Whale are going to be spotted though here on around the bottom side of the map. So Pina here is going to take a bad trade against Fennec, but we are going to be able to get some stuff done. Stardust here going to look to take this second dragon. It is an Inferno, but it looks like we're trying to make a 2v2 play here. Yeah, Pina here getting pretty low, and Let Me Rope here. Sam Crew versus Stardust. Who's gonna win this trade? We've got a Triforce in the making versus a Sundered Sky, but it looks like we're going to do a 1-for-1. However, Waza doesn't get the kill credit. It's Stardust who gets it versus Let Me Rope who gets the kill credit on Waza. A little bit nice here for the Casio. She's working towards the second item. Almost has a fully stacked tier. Pina almost having his first item. Going to be really big for him. Forcing the flash here on both top laners. We are going to be taking that Infernal here on the side of no follow, so a little bit of an objective lead. Samku starting to remember that as a jungler he can press Smite. And Wukong getting close to his Triforce in base. We do have the Aether Whisk. The teleport came in here from Gragas.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Recall interrupted here by the likes of Pina. Gonna look to do it again. But not gonna get in range this time. We do have the Bork, but without boots, Cassiopeia is going to be able to run a little bit faster than we are. Black Wax is able to help get 2 plates here. Oh, were we able to get 2 plates? The Enchanted Crystal Arrow comes out. Force the Flash. The Stand United is here. And Stardust here able to put in some work. And Fennec not going to have enough DPS in the tank. Unfortunately, Black Wax was the one tanking turret aggro because of the burn. Oh, Waza in a little bit of trouble. Forced to ult backwards here. But Pina able to get a little bit of stuff done here in the top lane. Almost has, I'm pretty sure he has his Cosmic Drive here on finish. Waza does have to be careful though. As Cassiopeia does hurt a little bit. She is working towards that second item. Not having boots is bad here, but she does have plus 44 movement speed. Now Black Wax working towards his second item. I wonder what it's going to be. We've got the Black Cleaver here for Senna. I wonder when she's going to start building enchanter items. Because there's a lot of damage here on the side of Hellhounds. And we really need a little bit of enchanter supports. The heals would be huge. Cosmic Drive picked up by Pina is also very big. Okay, both mid laners have rotated towards the bot lane. Okay, Pina taking some rough trades, gonna use the explosive cask just for damage at this point. Working towards that Fimbulwinter. Samku now has his Triforce. Fennec is starting to feel the brunt of this AP Gragas. Rift Herald gonna be given over though here to the side of the Hellhounds. Having no grubs with a Rift is a little bit miserable, but that is some well-needed team gold. Fat Chunk here going to find Stardust. Senna here with the Black Cleaver and the Blood Song. That chunk gonna get caught out. Gonna be taken down to 30%. And Blackwax enjoying this lane assignment. As the lane being much smaller makes it easier for him to land some never moves, getting those all important stacks. We are on vision though, we do not know about it. Let's see how much we got. I wonder what the next item here is. Peanut should be able to get, is this first? No, it's not first turret, because first turret went bot lane. Peanut able to get a turret though is nice. That is 2 turrets to 0. Okay, merch chests have been picked up here for the side of Shen. So, looking to try and just survive this onslaught. We've got Waza teleporting, Pina teleporting bot with Waza. And Blackwax teleporting, Waza not teleporting, but Blackwax teleporting mid and Pina teleporting bot. We really want to get our hands on this Infernal Soul. Okay, Samku, we are going to steal the blue buff. The dragon. The Braum is going to steal the dragon. Fennec going to be putting in a lot of work. The Blackwax in a little bit of trouble. And that is a triple kill over here to the side of Fennec. The Shen putting in a lot of work, getting some well-needed Heartsteel stacks. And unfortunately, the play not working at all here. We've got 6 grubs, so we got to be careful. And look, we're going to be taking a lot of damage here from just a Jarvan combo. However, Let Me Rope should be able to get, get most of the HP here on this bot lane outer turret. Waza now working towards his second crit item. His first crit item. But once we get this 2 item here on the Gragas, that looks like a Cosmic Drive here for the side of Blackwax. We've got 2 items here for mid and AD. About 500 gold lead here in the mid lane. Let's check in on how many. Okay, wait. Fennec is taking a trade here with Peanut, but Peanut gonna proc the. Got 21 stacks and 49 stacks, so not a lot of stacks for 20 minutes in the game on the Senna. Can the direct camera move? Hello? Okay, Peanut in a little bit of trouble here. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow is gonna go wide. Peanut unfortunately gonna get taken down, but Let Me Rope here in some danger. And the Waza's ultimate is going to miss. We've got the Stand United, but the Dawning Shadow gonna be able to take care of the kill. Fennec in a danger. Waza doing a lot, and J4 getting the shutdown. Already at 2.5 items. Stardust is 7-0-1, putting in a lot of work. We've got the Rift Herald looking to take this bot lane inner turret to control the turret lead. It is still 0 turrets taken here for the side of Fallow to the 4 of the H. We are now working on that mid lane inner. Gonna be able to get it to half. Waza gonna be able to get the halfway crash. The quick in. Oh, okay. Stardust forced to back up. Let's see. Has another about 1600-ish gold to spend, so we should be getting close to that 3rd item here. Sam Ku is down about 2,500 plus gold. Stardust is very rich this game. So we've got the components. Okay, we've got the shield bow here and a pair of mercs. So we've got 3 pairs of mercs. so far. We've got the 2-item power spike here on this AP Gragas. Things are only going to get worse for the Shen, but the Shen, with all that money, was able to buy a Hollow Radiance. Is still 1,000 gold up here on Pina. But in the mid lane, we have settled the score, and Black Wax has taken a decent lead here in the bot lane. It's really in the jungle that the gold difference shines. DH are still up about 4,000 gold though, and most of it is on Stardust. Stardust having finished his recall. We have the Cosmic Drive on Swain now. Things are looking really good. And Pina going to teleport mid. So we're investing the Pina port here in the mid lane. We've got the dragon coming up in 30 seconds. We don't want to give up the Hex, that's the whole point. Okay, the explosive cow is going to be used to disengage. Let me rope, gonna get caught in a 3-man ultimate. The Shen ultimate comes through, but is it gonna be enough to find stuff? Black Wax is huge. We get the shutdown on J4, but Samku is very low. We still have Waza and Black Wax going full throttle, and that's gonna be a 4-4-2. We take down the front line of DH, but we lose everyone except the AFK jungler here on the side of NoFollow. And that is going to be a free dragon if I've ever seen one. We now have the Sterix. Waza now getting some decent money. But the Leandris here, 3-item. Yeah, man, the anti-heal versus Swain Senna. Yeah, I'm looking. You know, guys, can you help me spot the anti-heal? We're looking. Nope. Oh, well, Fat Chunk still has his Ignite. I guess you forgot to use it. Unfortunate here for NoFollow. We are working now on a Wit's End, as Cassiopeia is the main DPS threat for this Yone. We don't feel like we need that a second crit item. Samku going to be working towards his second item, but J4 already starting his 4th. Is pretty terrifying here for the likes of NoFollow, able to easily gap close onto this Ashe or onto this Cassiopeia. The Shen getting a lot of Heartsteel stacks, and then, like, that's great and all, but I mean, the longer this game goes, the more obnoxious this Swain's gonna be. I wonder what this builds. Is this like unending despair here for Swain? Are we just going like pseudo tank Swain? I would have thought Leandris could have been really good here for the Swain. That or like a Rylai's could be even more obnoxious. Okay. And that mid lane inner turret is going to be taken here. So DH up 5-0 in turrets versus the team that has 6 grubs. A little interesting of a macro decision making. We are now also building more magic resist here on Pina. We understand that this Cassiopeia is the problem. And yeah, we've got minions just hitting the inhibitor turret and we're not doing anything about it. Samku looking for the potential of a play. Does have a second item. Is going to get spotted out here. Okay. Pina here. Gonna get hit by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Okay. We're gonna get a nice Yone ultimate. But yeah, a little bit of a fumble here by DH. Pina getting caught. It's important Stardust tries to live. Okay, Stardust is going to be able to make it out. But yeah, Pina getting caught here was really bad for the side of DH. That's a free Baron just given over here The Yon ultimate only catching the I think only catching like Fat Chunk or the Cassiopeia. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Gold lead gonna completely close here. Oh no, there's still about 2k down. J4 now looking to get, still no magic resist on this Jarvan. This Cassiopeia can just eat him alive. The Ashe and the Cassio and Braum finally decided to buy some anti-heal. But it looks like we are going on ending the spare. So this Swain not really going to be doing a lot of damage. And doesn't have much sticking potential. Senna really trying to get that rapid fire done. But without the use of enchanter items, it's going to be a little hard to sustain in these team fights. Agragas working towards a Kanik, but the Lucidity or Merktreads would be nice. He was CC'd for a lot of time. So Stardust is going to find Fat Chunk and Samku. But Pina here in trouble. Force the flash. That's really big here for this Gragas. Not having access to his flash. Samku going to force the Monkey Clone away. So now Stardust has the flash in response. We use up the Dawning Shadow. It looks like we're trying to close the gap here on Fennec, but a dragon is spawning in 15 seconds. We do have the teleport here for Blackwax. We still don't have the Unending Despair. But with the Baron of a team, it is going to be a little harder to take a team fight. Soul Point here going to be given over now to the side of No Fallow with no contest in sight. We now have Mercs on Pina, which, thank God. Blackwack's going to be able to dodge out of that. Gonna get 2 nice stacks out of that. Here, yeah, Blackwax really needs his third item, same with Waza. They really want that extra tenacity, and that survivability here for Blackwax is going to be pretty big. Let Me Rope is now level 17. Working on that 4th item. Blackwax might be in trouble. There is 6 crops, so this turret does go down really fast. And that's going to be the first turret of the game here for the side of No Follow. Waza going to be able to hold this turret. And Pina pressuring that bot lane inhibitor turret. Okay, Swain taking a recall. That's the Unending Despair. We have the Frozen Heart now on the J4. We've got the Unending Despair on the Swain. Are we going like a Warmox? No. I don't know what that builds, but it's interesting choice of item. We okay. Pina still working towards. See how much money Pina has. Pina not going to be able to get his item anytime soon. Cassio is looking to finish up an item. I'm not too sure what she's building. I think maybe it's Morellonomicon, but we now have the Wit's End here and an extra crit float for Yon. So he is getting really close to that 100% crit chance, which is going to be pretty big here against the Shen, who doesn't have any crit reduction. He doesn't have plated steel caps, and he doesn't have, well, he has like 80 armor in total. Samku going to take the buff by smiting it. Stardust was not able to get it. The Hawkshot going to spot Stardust and Canadian Whale here in the topside river. And we are just playing for keeps at this point. Blackwax trying to hit that all-important level 16. Cassiopeia already level 18 thanks to that Rod of Ages giving her an extra level. Samku going to hit the Void Scuttle, and we're going to find... Fortunately, Peanut doesn't really do much damage. He's able to chip out the Shen, but I mean, his role right now in the 1v1 is if Shen gets a stand united. Stardust able to get away, but Canadian Whale in a little bit of trouble. The Root is going to finish channeling. Sorry, is going to finish resolving here, saving Canadian Whale, but okay, but we do find LeQuick. He's forced to flash. The Stand United comes in. Wukong is going to assassinate. And Blackwax starting to run low on mana, gets a little bit from his takedown, and that's going to be an inhibitor turret taken. A team fight win, a 3-for-1 trade. No Fallow over invested here for the Senna. Baron is alive, but it looks like we are going to try and just secure the soul point. We now have the Abyssal Mask here on Pina. Is that Abyssal? Pina hasn't recalled yet. But we are working towards a Spirit Visage here for Blackwax. Now working towards, I don't know, maybe a Black Cleaver here for the likes of J4. Waza here, let's see. Waza is holding on to almost enough money. The Abyssal Mask was picked up here. Seeker's Arm Guard now picked up by Cassiopeia. Really important that she is part of team fight. She was not part of the last team fight, which is why things went so easily here for the side of BH. The Never move is not going to find anyone. We are going to secure the position of the Rift Scuttle. Sorry, secure the Rift Scuttle. And we are 5 people here. Blackwax here going to get a more HP. And the Hawkshot going to be used. We're gonna find DH, but now the Demonic Ascension is invested. And without it, that's a really big cooldown here for the Swain that we don't have access to. So be careful. We now have to be able to assassinate look quick here. Gonna get killed off by Stardust, but Blackwax in a little bit of trouble. Doesn't have his ult yet. But there's some good peel here, but without Let Me Rope. We don't have the ultimate here on Blackwax, but we do have the teleport. We're going to be investing the teleport, but that is Hextech Soul on the line here. Stardust has to make it into the pit. Doesn't make it. Fat Chunk is going to be taken down though. A slow here going to be huge. And Shen going to be able to get that recall. But that is a Nexus turret, and that is both Nexus turrets taken here, though. Here for DH, the Winions putting in so much work. And while we don't have the ultimate here for Blackwax, yeah, we really do need Waza here in the pit. He does have, he almost has the Infinity Edge. But it looks like we're not in a position to contest this Baron Nashor here. The Hawkshot is going to spot things out, but having an open Nexus does mean the Enchanted Crystal Arrow are going to come through, but it's just used for looks at this point. And DH going to be able to secure a nice solid lead. Shen with 1,000 stacks. Let's see how much HP this guy has. Has almost 6,000 HP. Not a lot, considering how many stacks he has, but should be able to finish his I think this is a Jack show here. The Swain finishing up that Spirit Visage is huge though, and now Canadian Whale starting to build those enchanter items. So once the first one comes through, the start of the end has begun. Pina also working towards a, I'm not too sure, but we've got 95 stacks and we've got 61 stacks. So Blackwax has 4,300 HP and is a fairly chunky boy. Though Cassiopeia at 4.5 items should be able to work on doing enough magic damage to get shit done. But there is a lot of magic resist here for the side of the Age. We are now pressuring the inhib. And that is going to be the... Waza is going to get assassinated here. But we don't have a wave. We've got just a cannon minion. Unfortunately, Waza is going to get caught in transition. We've got a big wave though, but we can't afford to fight 5v4. So we're going to do about half of the damage to the inhibitor turret. That is permanent damage though, so we are getting close to eliminating the last two turrets. Infinity Edge and Moonstone now picked up. So Waza's at 100% crit, can now work on his defensive item. Would probably be a Death Stance or a Guardian Angel at this point. But might just need something to let him deal with this Cassiopeia. So we'll have to see. Stardust is going to be taking away the red buff here for from no follow. And we're just clearing waves here at this point. Pina looking to apply as much pressure as he can. We're shoving in the waves. Canadian Whale almost spotted here by Samku. Just have to be a little bit careful. Checking in gold wise, still about the same thing that it was. So I have a giant lead here. Unfortunately though, Blackwax doesn't really do much damage. He's like, he sticks to people, but he doesn't really have that damage. And with that Hextech Soul taken here, even with Baron, you can see that like the static shift style procs, we're gonna be looking to get Cryo on okay, we did get that bottom inhibitor turret. Stardust forced to flash away, in a little bit of trouble. Is he going to die? Gets a nice shield, and ooh, gonna get a nice escape. But here Fennec and Laquick are in danger. We don't get the Stand United to resolve. Fennec forced to dash away, but Stardust is going to get taken down. However, there is just a single turret at we do have the teleport here from Pina being invested. Waza here is going to be sacrificed. And unfortunately, Pina baiting Waza into a bad teleport. Let's see here. Swain has the Seeker's Arm Guard now. We've got Elder in 43 seconds. The base is pretty open. Pina looking to make a play happen. Yeah, if this Cassiopeia gets the Elder Dragon buff, things could get pretty disgusting. Rylai's finished for Cassio, so she's at 5 out of 6 items. Okay. Stardust gonna get hit by an enchanted crystal arrow. Samku gonna find... we are gonna be able to steal the blue away. Waza's still dead for 5 seconds, but has the teleport. Jarvan now fully built with the Titanic. Oh, Pina getting caught here. Doesn't look too good. Black Wax getting run down by the Casio. A nice 5-man ultimate by Waza. Samku's dead. Look Quick is dead. It's down to Casio to save Team No Fallow. The Zonia's procs, but she's in the middle of a gangbang, about to get taken out. Shen's taking more dick than porn stars do, and it looks like it's gonna be the end of the game for No Fallow, ladies and gentlemen. Black Wax here with the infinite Tsukuyomi of his ultimate. Shen not able to get away. And we got the teleport here by Black Wax. Stardust is like, fuck this, I want to go back to playing Minecraft. And we're gonna hit the Nexus. And it's gonna be Jover. The dream is alive. DH, move on to the semi-finals. Well, thank you for joining me on this awesome cast. We can give Let Me Rope an honorable mention for trying. I mean, it's funny that Shen did the most damage in the game. That's just hilarious. But yeah, let's go DH. Congratulations. Once again, the VOD will be available tomorrow at 10 a.m. I won't be in town or whatever to link it or whatever, but yeah. Thank you all for joining the stream. We are live tomorrow night with Blossom versus... Ninetail Fox Lotus at 8 p.m. So be there or be square. We're going to be cheering on for our hometown homies. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.